give a small ingredients. प्रमाणमण्डकोशस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरभेदततः महतां चानुचरितं वर्णाश्रमविनिश्चयः प्रमाणमण्डकोशस्य 16th verse, 2nd canto, 8th chapter. प्रमाणमण्डकोशस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरभेदतः महतां चानुचरितं वर्णाश्रमविनिश्चयः. Pramanam, extent and measurement. Andakoshasya. I want to know the extent and measurement of the universe. Bhaya, outer space. Abhyantara, inner space. Bhedadara, of the divisions of Mahatam, the great souls. Cha also. Anucharitam, character and activities. Varnakas. Ashrama, orders of life. Vinishaya, specifically described. So how many questions are asked? Just see. I want to know inner and outer space of the universe by specific divisions. I want to know the character and activities of great souls and also the characteristics of different classification of caste and order of social life. So wonderful questions are asked. How the inner and outer spaces are divided. That is how the whole canto will now start. The divisions of the outer division, inner division, all these things will be given, and how there are islands. One of the island is Jambudvipa. We are in Jambudvipa. How the whole thing is divided, everything will be given now. Because the question is asked, and what are the character and activities of the great souls? So Maharaj Parikshit, Prabhupada writes, is a typical devotee of Krishna. That is why he is eager to know about the creation of the Lord. It is nice to know about the creation of the Lord. Person should know that also. It's not just, why should I know the creation? No, he should be eager. If you love an artist, then you should love his art also. You cannot say, I love the art, I don't love the artist, and vice versa. If you love an artist, then actually you should appreciate his art. In fact, in one of the Divya Prabandham, very nicely Alvars write, after creating, Krishna looks at Lakshmi. The Lakshmi's face, whether she's appreciating or not. Suppose Lakshmi raises one eyebrow, that means if Lakshmi says, but she raises her two eyebrows and appreciates, immediately Krishna is satisfied. That means Krishna also needs appreciation. We say, no, we should not hanker for appreciation, but appreciation, acceptance, and availability enhances the relationship. We should not appreciate the devotees. And we should know how to accept them, how to make ourselves available to them. These are the three things which enhances the relationship. So even Krishna is also expecting appreciation. So you do something, you need appreciation. Somebody criticizes, at the time you get very angry. What is this? I said, I did so much instead of appreciating. So it happens sometimes. But generally, appreciation, everybody needs some appreciation. Even the children need some appreciation from parents. That doesn't mean that you go on appreciating only. Sometimes you have to scold also. Sometimes you get scoldings from the Guru. Sometimes appreciation from the Guru. So in this way, here, Maharaj Parikshit is not satisfied just with material knowledge. He wants to know. It's not just, he just doesn't want to know only about the matter. What is inner space, what is outer space. He wants to know about the great qualities of the devotees also. That means his questions are not just based on material things. His questions are also based he's inquisitive for knowing the spiritual aspect. Okay, Aruna ji.
Hare Krishna, text 16. Dandavat Pranam. प्रमाणमण्डकोशस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरभेदतः महतां चानुचरितं वर्णाश्रमविनिश्चयः. Translation. Also, please describe the inner and outer space of the universe by specific divisions, as well as the character and activities of the great souls, and also the characteristics of the different classifications of the castes and orders of social life. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaja Parikshit is a typical devotee of Lord Krishna, and as such, he is anxious to know the complete significance of the creation of the Lord. He wants to know the inner and outer space of the universal form. It is quite fitting for the real searcher of knowledge to know all about this. One who are of the opinion that the devotees of the Lord are satisfied with mere sentiments can find in the enquiries of Maharaja Parikshit good lessons as to how inquisitive a pure devotee is to know things in their true perfection. The modern scientist is unable to know about the inner space of the universal horizon, and what to speak of the space which covers the universe. Maharaja Parikshit is not satisfied with only material knowledge. He is inquisitive about the character and activities of the great souls, the devotees of the Lord. The glories of the Lord and the glories of his devotees combined together comprise the complete knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Krishna showed his mother the complete universal creation within his mouth, while she, completely charmed by her son, wanted to look inside the mouth of the Lord just to see how much earth the child has eaten. But by the grace of the Lord, the devotees are able to see everything in the universe within the mouth of the Lord. The very idea of the scientific divisions of four classes of human society and four orders of life is also inquired about herewith on the basis of individual personal quality. The four divisions are exactly like the four divisions of one's personal body. The parts and parcels of the body are non different from the body, but by themselves they are only parts. That is the significance of the whole scientific system of four castes and four social orders. The value of such scientific divisions of human society can be ascertained only in terms of the proportionate development of devotional service to the Lord. Any person employed in government service, including the president, is a part and parcel of the entire government. Everyone is a government servant, but no one is a government himself. That is a position of all living entities in the government of the Supreme Lord. No one can artificially claim the supreme position of the Lord, but everyone is meant to serve the purpose of the Supreme Whole. Hare Krishna.
So here, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that this question is based on Karma Mishra Bhakti. Karma Mishra, Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Karma Mishra Bhakti, which question comes? Varnashrama. Karma Mishra Bhakti. Jnana Mishra Bhakti, if you see, then opulence. I want to know about the opulence. Jnana Mishra, I want to know. Jnana means knowledge. I want to know how is the creation, how is its division, all those things. Now, if you see the 14th question, what was there? I want to know about the bodies, which is desired by the jivas. How is their action? What will be the result? In that, if you see everything is mixed. Everything is mixed. You have karma mishra also, because jiva, when they go, naturally actions are involved. Karma mishra, jnana mishra, and then yoga mishra and pure bhakti. Jiva, because your karma is involved, naturally jivas can change their karmas. Karma is changeable. Karma is out of the 5 subject matters, karma is changeable, right? Other four are not changeable. Kala, God, Prakriti, and God. God, Prakriti, and soul. So what is changeable is karma. So when the jiva enters another body according to whatever vasanas it has, according to the karmas, so naturally there comes jnana, first jnana. Then what type of karma? So karma, jnana, everything. Karma, jnana, yoga mishra, and he can take up bhakti mishra also. Bhakti also. Mishrita bhakti. This is mishra, karma mishra. So this question is suitable for all these four people. Karma mishra. Like this question is suitable for karma mishra and jnana mishra. Okay, the previous one has not been spoken. Okay, let us see the next one. Next question. Yugani yugamanam cha dharmo. No, yugani yugamanam cha dharmo yascha yuge yuge. Avataranu charitam yad ascharyatamam hare. Beautiful verse. Yugani yugamanam cha. I want to know about the different ages and the duration of each age. Dharmo yascha yuge yuge. And what is the particular type of activity or duty in that particular yuga? Avataranucharitam. Anucharitam. I want to know the activities of the incarnation. Anucharitam. As described by the great sages. Anu. Wherever the one word Anu comes, it's not just description. It is described by the great sages. Beginning with Lord himself. How he is describing his own charitam. Anucharitam. Yad ascharyatamam hare. And all these activities are so wonderful. And they are ascharya charitam. They are all wonderful activities. So in different yuga, now yuga avatars, anyhow it will be discussed in the Bhagavatam, yuga avatars. The 11th canto also we have about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been described by has been described in the 11th canto. Narada describes to Vasudev. We have that. Krishna Varnam Disha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Pashanam Tadkehi Sankirtana Praya Vidantihi Sumedasaha. Okay. Next. Okay. Rakshali.
Hare Krishna Mataji Danut Pranam. Shloka 17. Yugani yugamanam cha dharmo yascha yuge yuge avataranucharitam yada ascharyatamam hare. Translation. Please explain all the different ages in the duration of the creation and also the duration of the such ages. Also tell me about the different activities of the different incarnation of the Lord in different ages. Lord Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all the incarnation of the Supreme Lord, although non-different from him, are emanation from the Supreme. Maharaj Parikshit inquired from the great and learned sages Sukdeva Goswami about the different activities of such incarnation, so that the incarnation of the Lord might be confirmed by his activities in the authoritative scriptures. Maharaj Parikshit was not to be carried away by the sentiments of the common man to accept an incarnation of the Lord very cheaply. Instead of he wished to accept the incarnation of the Lord by symptoms mentioned in the Vedic literatures and confirmed by the Acharyas like Sukdeva Goswami. The Lord descended by his internal energy without any obligation to the law of material nature, and thus his activities are also uncommon. The specific activities of the Lord are mentioned, and one should know that the activities of the Lord and the Lord himself are identical due to being on the absolute plane. Thus, to hear the activities of the Lord means to associate with the Lord directly. And association with the Lord directly means purification from material contamination. We have already discussed this point in the previous volume. Hare Krishna.
Okay. What type of bhakti should be done? How to attain Lord in every yuga? How many duration is there? What is the duration for each yuga? What are the yuga avatars? Who are the yuga avatars? how Lord appears, as in every yuga as avatara, the names of the avatars, and then what type of bhakti should be done in each avatar. Now let us see. Nunam sadharano dharma saviseshascha yadshah Shreninam rajarshinam cha Shreninam rajarshinam cha Dharma krucheshu jivatam. Nunam sadharano dharma. Nunam means human. Sadharana, general public. What should be their duty? Savisheshascha yadrishaha. Any specific duty for these three classes? Shreninam rajarshinam cha. Shreninam. So there are three classes. So the classification of social orders as well as the administrative social royal orders, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Want to know about them, Shudras, what are their occupational duties? And then Kurcheshu Jivatam, Dharma Kurcheshu Jivatam. Suppose the person is not able to perform his occupational duty. Brahmana is not able to perform, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Then what is the common religious principle for a person who is not able to perform his duty? Tenya and Kali Yuga, nobody is performing their own specific duties. So what is it common? Yakyahisam kirtana prai yajantihi sumedasa. See, automatically it's going to boil down to devotional service only. Though the questions are like seemingly like it seems that outward dharma or artika dharma has been spoken, but then if you see the religious principles for one who may be in distress. Here, Srila Chakravarti Thakur writes, and the dharma when it is impossible to perform one's regular occupation. So this question is suitable for all types of bhakti, whether it is karma mishra, jnana mishra, or yoga mishra. And karma mishra means he is focusing on his particular duties. Karma mishra. He performs bhakti, and it is mixed with karma. Or the focus is bhakti, karma is mixed. And then this question is also suitable for what? Jnana mishra. One should know why these duties are done, because they have specific qualities in them. How a person performs a duty, how is he classified as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra? So jnana comes in that. The knowledge comes. Oh, Brahmana, because he has more of goodness. Kshatriya is more of passion, accompanied by goodness. Vaishya, he has more of passion, accompanied by ignorance. Shudra is basically or primarily in ignorance. So Jnana Mishra is also there. And if you see Yoga Mishra, how to connect everything to Lord, how to satisfy Lord, Haritoshanam, how to do. And then pure bhakti also can come. Because in pure bhakti, if a person is just done with all this swadharma, that is artika dharma, then he thinks about paramarthika dharma. Or he gives more importance to paramarthika dharma than artika dharma. So you have nirapeksha devotees, sakarma devotees, sapeksha, nirapeksha, that all comes, that category comes. Where a person is now thinking, no, keval bhakti, just let me do only kevala bhakti. Where he's not giving much importance to the artika dharma. He's not taking that indebtedness. He's coming out of all this indebtedness. Where we say, Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Paharittakartam. That is why this question is for all types of bhaktas. Okay. Bindani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Nirnam sadharano dharmaha savishescha yatrashah Shreninam rajarishinam cha dharmah kukshareshu jivatam. Please also explain what may generally be the common religious affiliations of human society, as well as their specific occupational duties in religion. The classification of the social orders, as well as the administrative royal orders, and the religious principles for one who may be in distress. The common religion of all classes of human beings, regardless of whosoever and whatsoever one may be, is devotional service. Even the animals may be included in devotional service to the Lord. And the best example is set by Sri Vajrangiji or Hanuman, the great devotee of Lord Shri Ram. As we have already discussed, even the aborigines and cannibals can also be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord if they happen to be under the guidance of a genuine devotee of the Lord. In the Skand Puran, there is a narration that a hunter in the jungle became the most enlightened devotee of the Lord by the guidance of Sri Narada Muni. Therefore, devotional service to the Lord can be equally shared by every living being. Religious affiliation in terms of different countries and cultural circumstances is obviously not the common religion of the human being. Rather, the basic principle is devotional service. Even if a particular type of religious principle does not recognize the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the followers still have to obey the disciplinary principles laid down by a particular leader. Such a leader of a religious sect is never the supreme leader, because such a circumstantial leader comes to the position of leadership after undergoing some penance. The Supreme Personality of Godhead does not, however, require to be under disciplinary action to become leader, as we see in the activities of Lord Krishna. The occupational duties of the caste and the orders of society, following the principles of livelihood, also depend on the principle of devotional service. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that a person can achieve the highest perfection of life simply by awarding the results of his occupational duty unto the devotional service of the Lord. People following the principles of devotional service to the Lord can never be put into difficulty, and thus there cannot be any question of apad dharma or religion in distress, as will be explained in this book by the greatest authority, Srila Shukadev Goswami. There's no religion save and except the devotional service of the Lord, though this may be presented in different forms. Hare Krishna Mataji.
तत्त्वानां परिसंख्यानं लक्षणं हेतुलक्षणम् पुरुषाराधनविधिर्योगस् पुरुषाराधनविधिर्योगस्याध्यात्मिकस्य च तत्त्वानां परिसंख्यानं तत्त्वानां the elements required for creation. I want to know that also. How many number of such elements were required? So Mahat Tattva comes into being, isn't it? 24 elements, Mahat Tattva. Lakshanam, their symptoms. Then Hetu Lakshanam, what is the symptoms of the causes? Purushaha Aradhanam. So here Purushavataras have been spoken. There are 3 Purushavataras. So here, how Aradhanam? How to worship the 3 Purusharthas? Because creation is there. When creation is there, naturally which Purushaha? Purushavataras. 3 types of Purushavataras. They are directly Karanadakshana Vishnu glancing the Mahat Tattva, how the elements have Jiva Tattva, Akara Tattva penetrates, and then afterwards how the same thing, Brahmandas, various Brahmandas are created. All these things will come. Vidhi, what type of rules and regulations should be followed? Then Yogasyaha Adhyatmikasyaha cha. So also want to know about the activities which is required for the cultivation of yoga system. What type of what are the activities and the rules for Ashtanga yoga? Because here Yogasya Adhyatmikasya. This is Yoga Mishra Bhakti, where Bhakti is predominant, no doubt, but the procedure is yoga, Ashtanga yoga. Through Ashtanga yoga, trying to come to the stage of Samadhi. Yoga Mishra, Karma Mishra, through one's activities, trying to reach the stage of Haritoshanam. Jnana Mishra, through knowledge, want to know about creation, then knowing Krishna's opulence, and then slowly trying to understand what is bhakti. So bhakti, we are not talking about pure bhakti. When in the Shuddha bhakti, a person is not much interested in all this. Anyhow, he knows it, but the Shuddha bhakti is of Vrajavasis. When you talk Vrajavasis, the Parshadas of Krishna, the Parshadas at Vrajabhumi, where they are not much concerned about the opulence of Lord. Lord opening the mouth and showing. Yashoda Mata is not much interested in that. Not much interested. Neither they are interested in uh, excelling in their karmas or improving their karmas. They're only interested in one thing, how to serve Krishna. How to serve that child. Not even, they don't know even Supreme Person. So when you say Shuddha Bhakti is devoid of Dhyana Karmadi Anavritam. Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Ruttama. Anyabhlashta Shunyam. There is no other desire. Anyabhlashta Shunyam. Jnana Karma the Anavritam. Not interested in improving the karmas or improving their knowledge. And because they have that love for Krishna. For us to develop the love for Krishna, we have to do sadhana. We are all coming in the category of sadhana bhakti. If sadhana was not given to us, we would have been doing something else, isn't it? The sadhana is given slowly through sadhana. We are trying to improve our consciousness. Okay. So here, next verse also will do it. Yogaishwarya gatir lingabhangastu yoginam vaidi vedopaveda dharmanam itihasa puranayoho yogaishwarya gatir lingabhangastu yoginam vedopaveda dharmanam itihasa puranayoho. Okay, about the great mystics in the previous verse was given. What is that Yoga Mishra Bhakti? So then, what are their opulences and what is the realization? Or what Shakti they have? Opulences means what energy they have. Mystics, they have siddhis. So we want to know about the siddhis, opulences. Because when you perform dharana, dhyana, especially when pratyahara, that stage comes, even at the level of mind, there is no material desire. He gives up all the material desires, even at the level of mind. Then he takes dharana, concentrates dharana, and slowly samadhi. So I want to know the opulences and what is their ultimate realization. Because that samadhi can be, it is understood, reaches perfection only when he meets a devotee. Then only he can understand what is the true meaning of samadhi. Samyag adiyate asmin atmatate tatmaya. So till what stage, what is his ultimate realization? So actually it is Brahman realization. Only he can understand about Krishna and his relationship to Krishna, that is samadhi, when he happens to meet a devotee. Or else for a yogi, it is Brahman realization only. Understanding that Jiva is spiritual and beyond that 3 modes of material nature, all those realizations will be there. But that is a question asked. What is the ultimate realization? Then, even how to come out of the subtle body. How does he come out of the subtle body? How does he purify his mind, buddhi, and ahankara? That means he has to come out of the subtle body also. How to purify? That is where Ambarish Maharaj's verse comes in picture. Savai mana Krishna Padarvindya. Till that time, purifying the mind is impossible. Otherwise, how does he purify? And then, Vedopaveda Dharmanam Itihasa Puralayoha. Vedo. Vedaha Upavedaha. So, one is transcendental knowledge, Veda, which Krishna has breathed out. Because when he breathes, naturally the Vedas emanate. And then how to understand Vedas indirectly also, Upaveda. How to have this knowledge of the creation in an indirect way. One is direct way, taking the Vedic scriptures. One is indirect way. So indirect knowledge has, like, we have Shruti Praman, we have Anuman Praman, then we have Pratyaksha Praman. They are all indirect knowledge. Shruti Praman is direct knowledge. Hearing from an authoritative source, that is direct knowledge. Indirect knowledge, trying to guess, trying to analyze, indirect knowledge. And then comes Itihas and Puranas. How to know them also. Because the Vedas include Itihasas, Puranas. When you say Vedas, naturally the same Vedas, when taught in a very simple way, that is Puranas. When the same Purana, 2 dynasties taken and described in a very elaborate way, that is known as Itihasas. So in this way, I want to know the basic knowledge. Direct, indirect, both. So what is the power achieved by the yogis? Yoga Ishwarya. Now here, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, Yogeshwara, great devotees like Shiva. Now here, about the great devotees have been spoken, not just Yoga Mishras. So in one aspect, because Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur always likes to write about Shuddha Bhakti only. He cannot even tolerate Yoga Mishras. So here Shuddha Bhaktas, Yoga Aishwarya. That means Aishwarya in yoga can come only for devotees. How they can destroy their subtle bodies. That means when they destroy the subtle body, then they become Shanta Bhaktas. Then last, yeah. So this verse is suitable for all types of bhaktas. And one line has been given, all type of bhakta, whether it is Yoga Mishra, whether it is Karma Mishra, whatever it may be, for all type of bhaktas, this is suitable. For pure devotion also it is suitable. For a pure devotee, how it is suitable? What is Yoga Aishwarya? Attaining the love for Krishna. That is Aishwarya of a pure devotee. What is Aishwarya of Lord Shiva? His love for Krishna is Aishwarya. And then if you see Linga Bhangas to Yoginam, yes, there is no question of any separate body, because at all the 3 levels, it is completely pure. And the true meaning of Vedas is understood. So you can interpret this at every level. At every level. For a Karma Mishra, do it in that level. For Karma Mishra. What is Yoga Aishwarya for a Karma Mishra? Because he has connected all his fruits to Lord. Karma Mishra, Bhakti is predominant. So he is connecting everything to Lord, all the fruits to Lord. Slowly he can understand. That is his opulence. Actually, giving is opulence, not taking is opulence. Giving is opulence. He is giving, sacrificing. That is his Yoga Aishwarya. So because of that, his mind, intelligence, and consciousness, man buddhi ahankara, the true consciousness or false consciousness goes away, false ego goes away. He attains the stage of true ego. True ego means true identification. I am servant of Krishna. Naturally, a servant should give everything to Lord, to his master. Now the same thing, then he can understand the real meaning of Veda. But that can be done indirectly also. Now, if you see Yoga Mishras, naturally Siddhis. If you see Jnana Mishras, Tapasya. For every level, this verse can be understood. For Sammanbonam of this verse is, in whatever level you are, you have to purify your subtle body. If one purifies a subtle body, then only he can understand the real position, or he can understand the purpose of Veda. Okay, technical verses are there. Seems to be, but technical verses. Okay, Bindu Mata.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Why you hide yourself? We want to see
My
a lotus
camera is
face.
like very
What?
bad.
What?
Camera.
Oh,
Camera.
camera. Okay, read it.
Text 90. Tattvanam परिसंख्यानां लक्षणं हेतु लक्षणं पुरुषाराधन विधिर योगस्याध्यात्मिकस्य च. Perfect. Translation. Kindly explain all about the elementary principles of creation, the number of such elementary principles, their causes and their development, and also the process of devotional service and the method of mystic powers. Text 20. Yogaishwaryashwarya gatir linga bhangastu yoginam vedopaveda dharmanam itihasa puranayo. Translation. What are the opulences of the great mystic and what is their ultimate realization? How does the perfect mystic become detached from the subtle astral body? What is the basic knowledge of the Vedic literatures, including the branches of history and the supplementary Puranas? Purport. The Yogeshwara or the master of the mystic powers can exhibit 8 kinds of wonders of perfection by becoming smaller than atom or lighter than a feather, getting anything and everything he desires, going anywhere and everywhere he likes, creating even a planet in the sky, etc. There are many Yogeshwara having different proficiencies in these wonderful powers, and the topmost of them is Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the greatest yogi. He can perform such wonderful things far beyond the ordinary living being. The devotees of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, do not directly practice the process of mystic powers, but by the grace of Lord, his devotee can defeat even a great Yogeshwara like Durvasa Muni, who picked a quarrel with Maharaj Parikshit Ambrisha and wanted to show the wonderful achievements of his mystic powers. Maharaja Ambrisha was a pure devotee of the Lord, and thus, without any effort of his part, the Lord saved him from the wrath of Yogeshwara Durvasa Muni, and the latter was obliged to beg pardon from the king. Similarly, at the time of Draupadi's precarious position, when she was attacked by the Kurus who wanted to see her naked in the open assembly of the royal order, the Lord saved her from being stripped by supplying an unlimited length of sari to cover her. And Draupadi knew nothing of mystic powers. Therefore, the devotees are also Yogeshwaras by the unlimited power of the Lord, just as a child is powerful by the strength of the parents. They do not try to protect themselves by any artificial means, but are saved by the mercy of the parents. Maharaja Parikshit inquired from the learned Brahmana Shukdev Goswami about the ultimate destination of such great mystics, or how they attain such extraordinary powers by their own efforts or by the grace of the Lord. He inquired also about their detachment from the subtle and gross material bodies. He inquired also about the purpose of the Vedic knowledge. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15, the whole purport of all the Vedas is to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thus become a transcendental loving servant of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
So the whole purport of the Vedas, that is how 15.15, that means know the whole purport of the Vedas. That is more important. And here it has been said, a devotee himself is a great Yoga Ishvara. He has that Yoga Aishwarya. He's a great mystic. So he doesn't want to show that. Like somebody asked the Prabhupada, do you have mystic powers? Prabhupada said, we don't show because you fools will think ourselves as is God. He just kept his stick on a snow, the land which was having so much of snow. Water oozed out. So, now Prabhupada having 108 temples around the world in the span of 12 years, it is not Yoga Ishwarya. A devotee doesn't like to show that. Somebody asks to Ramacharya the same thing. Then we don't want to show that. Every devotee has a spiritual strength. If he is following the pure devotional service, if he is in the path of pure devotional service, every devotee has a spiritual strength. Even to serve for Lord, cook for Lord, even to learn Bhagavatam, everything is again yoga Aishwarya only. Without Krishna's mercy, Aishwarya means what? Opulence. It is because this knowledge again, Bhagavatam knowledge is not a mundane knowledge. To take shelter of Bhagavatam is also yoga Aishwarya. At every step, at every level, Krishna has blessed the devotees. Okay. So here we'll end because 21st again the purport is very big. Next class will be there. So any questions you can ask. We'll try to complete this by next week so that we can have exam maybe after 10 days, 10-15 days exam. The last two only is remaining. So your third canto can start after we finish the last two ones. Okay, any questions? You can tell.
Mataji, here they have used in the translation, Prabhupada has used the word astral body, subtle astral body. Is that different from the way we know the three elements of the subtle body?
Subtle astral. What's the meaning of astral? Which has a form, which itself has one consciousness. Subtle body also has a consciousness. Man buddhi ahankar. That is what the astral word is given. And that is how linga, when you say, that means form. It is not just subtle. It is having a form. And you have to destroy that form. That is why astral word is there. Even to destroy that form. In mind we have so many thought processes, which itself takes a form. And then there is a gross form which comes on top of it. Already there is a linga formed within that subtle body.
Mataji, can you put it in a more simpler way?
See, when you are thinking of something, okay, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. You're thinking about a dog. Naturally, your mind has already taken the form of a dog. You think about a dog.
Taken.
The mind has taken. Intelligence has taken.
Okay.
The ego has taken. You think about a thing. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. Why Krishna has told that? The moment you start thinking of something, you take that form. That form is already there in your subtle consciousness.
Yes.
Even to nullify that, then only a person can achieve the real meaning of Vedas. That means he can achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. In Tirukoshtiyur, one of the devotee left the body. When there's a nice Tirukoshtiyur, the place where Sripad Ramanujacharya gave Ashtakshara mantra. So we were all there on the top, and this very old man was there down, and we were chanting Om Namo Narayana. He got attacked there. It is not that whether he heard or not, we don't know. But in Tirukoshtiyur Mahatma, it is given, whoever leaves a body in Tirukoshtiyur, he destroys his subtle body also. Whether knowingly, unknowingly, he has left the body there. So that is why we told, do the Daha Sanskar there only. Though his son only was there, another son-in-law, daughters were here, but he had that faith in the Tirukoshtiyur Mahatma. It is given. Tirukoshtiyur is not ordinary place. The place of highest compassion, the topmost compassion, where Ramanujacharya gives Ashtakshara mantra for everyone. He said, whoever chants Ashtakshara mantra, whoever hears also, chants also, he is sure to go back home, back to God. And his guru, Tirukoshtri Nambi, told, don't give this to anyone. If you give, then you'll go to hell. Then he was thinking on the way, oh, only one person will go to hell, but so many will go to divine abode. So that is why it's the topmost place of compassion. So even to remove that linga means form, which has occupied our consciousness to such an extent, we only think about that. That is why Ambarish Maharaj has been given here. Why Ambarish Maharaj example is told. Ambarish Maharaj has started with what? Savai Manaha Krishna Padarvindev. First, let the mind start thinking about Lord. When the mind starts thinking about the Lord, then Karau Mandira Harer Marjanadisham. Slowly, the hand starts working for Lord. Leg starts working. Lip starts working. Mouth, nose, eyes, everything.
But working at this level is so difficult, Bhakti.
Savai Mana.
Gross itself is so gross itself is so difficult.
Prabhupada says, chant. The more we chant, the more we start seeing Hare Krishna Mahamantra within our consciousness. It is not just chanting. Seeing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because mind sees many things. So form that linga within the mind. Yesterday one of them asked the question, how to concentrate while chanting? That linga, mind is going here and there. When the mind goes here and there, you are seeing many forms within the mind. Though the mouth is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. Like there is a nice mantra for Varaha Swami. So you are chanting Varaha Swami mantra. But when you are chanting Varaha Swami mantra, you should see Varaha Swami. You should see the mantra. When you say Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you should see the mantra. More you start seeing the mantra, that linga forms. And that linga is not ordinary. Nam and Nami are non-different. Then Lord reveals his past tense. That's why there is a very technical way of chanting.
This is a very hidden treasure, Mataji.
Yeah, Ayodhya had gone. At that time, one of the sadhu called me. He told, I was chanting morning 4 o'clock. Then the Putti was there. Aja beta. Very old, very aged sadhu. I said, yes. आप क्या करते हो? मैं बोलती हूँ. क्या करते हो? सुनते हैं. प्रभुपाद ने कहा सुनना. साथ साथ देखना भी. Then when Bharat Bhagavat Maharaj took chanting, art of chanting, he told, it's actually at the level of mind we are hungry. You see Ekadashis, why the same hunger is not there? Because mind has rejected the things. It's only at the level of mind. Why Goswamis were not hungry? Because their mind was occupied with Harinam. So it's all at the level of mind. Everything happens at the level of mind, thinking, willing, feeling. So we start seeing slowly. Sadhakas, what to do? They are also struggling, na? Struggling. See, there is struggle for existence, na? This is also struggle for existence in the spiritual world. In spirituality, you can say. The struggle for existence, this word is very much right. Even in material world also, there is a struggle for existence. At the level of sadhanas, sadhakas also struggle for existence. Waking up morning. And again, challenges with the body. So many things are there. Man, buddhi, ahankar itself are the challenges. Body level challenges, subtle level challenges. There's always a struggle. And when Krishna sees he's genuinely trying to struggle, Krishna gives the way. That's why laulyam, eagerness, laulyam. That is the only qualification to go ahead in devotional service. Eagerness to progress. Satisfaction, satisfaction, then the progress is not there. Okay.
Thank you so
Stop
much.
here.